We are the Borg. We're continuing on with our assimilation of the Avoth. We're doing quite well. They've lost pretty much everything, and we're in the process of assimilating all their remaining worlds, which is, of course, exactly what we want to do. We got another planet to rename. We're going to rename it something cool. Planets. Planets. Let's name it something fun. 419. Yeah, something. Sublight speed. Again, resources. Habitability. Again, it doesn't really impact us. Energy stuff. Assimilates. I do not really want to do that. Good. Transwarp conduit. Energy storage. Let's just go for transwarp conduit and start changing the designs on all of our ships. Multi-regenerative force fields. Yes. So that we can get a little bit more stuff out of this. Like, these things are pretty damn good. Okay, so we are putting cruiser shields on every single one of these. So that is excellent. Science ships being upgraded. Transport ships being upgraded. Good. And, of course, construction ships. Do we need to do anything with the listening posts? Not really. We can put a... Yeah, it doesn't matter. Cool. Alright. We could upgrade the fleet. It's relatively cheap. One of our governors just died. Okay, let's take a look. This planet needs to have more starbase modules. Lambdeath aliens, apparently. Cool. The Nordicans. Okay, that's cool, I guess. Where the hell are you guys hanging out? Okay, so basically this entire area is a bit of a mess. Let's take a look at the political setup here. Nobody really likes the Devor. The Vaudoir hate everybody, including the Devor. The Brunali, the Nordicans really dislike the Vaudoir and the Devor. The Diaspora, they don't really care about anybody. The Romulan Star Empire don't like anybody in the Arm, but they do like the Ferengi for once. Interesting. Very, very interesting. So we'll see how this pans out. Planets R2, D2. Yeah. Okay. Have we had any assimilation here already? Yes, we have. Okay, cool. And let's get them all in orbit. And let's go for the next planet. Biolab, Alcove Bay 2. Ooh, planetary capital, yes. Definitely want to get a planetary capital because it means it unlocks a whole bunch of buildings for us, which is exactly what we want. This is the thingy. Ooh, look at all these upgrades that we can make. Ooh, maturation chamber 2. Yes. Getting more pop growth is always a good thing. Okay, pop growth here is a little bit disappointing. And considering there's 2 planets in system here, we're just gonna rename them to planets C3P0. Excellent. Excellent. Yeah, I don't think anybody likes this very much. Okay, let's move. Why is this? They have an outpost here. Fascinating. We'll just send the assault fleet there and take care of that right now. But yeah, Grid 004 is growing quite rapidly right now. Everything else that we're going to take, we're just going to add to Grid 002. So 004 is already pretty big. So all these other items we'll just add to 002 instead. Or 0, yeah. think that's a better solution. Anything cool? Hydroponics, orbital sensor array. Not really. Yeah. You will be assimilated. Most excellent. They have completely folded. Planet W00F. PE aliens. Aliens. Wow, like a whole bunch of aliens, actually. Let's see if we can make first contact. See if there are... The United Federation of Planets diplomacy is irrelevant. Oh, okay, so Tellarite technocracy. So they've managed to form the Federation. We'll take a look at how big they actually are. Actually, relatively small. The Tellarite technocracy is surprisingly big. But they're Federation founders. And they are part of the United Federation of Planets? Interesting. Shouldn't the Golden Accord... Interesting. Member of the Golden Accord. Shouldn't these two be merging right now? Isn't that how that works? The Federation is surprisingly small, and the Tellarites have a surprisingly large amount of territory. Interesting. Because Sol's over here. Procyon, Tau Ceti, Pajem, those are all down there. The Romulan Star Empire is surprisingly large. Okay. Mineral storage, sublight speed. And let's go finally for this resource. Maybe it'll unlock something useful. Okay. So, the Kazon sects are pathetic. The Talaxian commonality. A defensive pact with these guys. How about you? You're under the... Yeah, exactly. I thought as much. Okay, we're gonna assimilate Kazon Prime. We're gonna assimilate Talax. We are gonna assimilate... So that's Kazon, Talax. Yeah, so... Alright, what we got here? By whom? Okay. Probably nothing to worry about. I think they have one fleet in here. That's a Federation fleet, isn't it? Yeah. So single cruiser. I don't think we need to worry about that. So here is Talax. Or Talaxia, whatever you want to call it. And we will get all of our boys and girls on board with that. Don't they have 2 planets in here? Like a really tiny planet. But I don't want to see these, they can't really do anything against me at the moment, because all my stuff is way too strong for them. Including the stations, to be honest. Like, maybe the Romulans at some point will be able to compete with me in some sort of fashion, but right now, it's not going to happen anytime soon. Like, the drop squads are ready. Like, their starbase is relatively tanky. Like, I'm not gonna lie, but still. I just don't see it happening anytime soon. Let's go for Talax and be done with it. I did say something about assimilating them all, but at this point, I'm just actually nuking them all from orbit, but at this point, I'm more interested in annihilating them from whatever they call their their thing in terms of individualism. So, but that's fine. Their planetary fortifications are gone anyway. So, okay. We've managed to assimilate all of them. Cool. Nice and quick. Nothing to be worried about. Just waiting for them to drone up, so to speak. There's one. Okay, so we have drones, so we can commence operations on the next planet. Sufficient individuals from the Talaxian species have been assimilated. Yes, I am of awaresies. A couple of smaller ships are floating about, but nothing that I am too worried about. Right now, we're looking to take on Kazon, right? Yeah. So let's just assimilate Kazon Prime. They'll probably throw in a, oh, by the way, you've won the war sort of situation, but it's nothing that I am particularly interested in. Where are my drones? But you guys were gonna invade the next planet right next door. Excellent. But yeah, this is a nice opportunity for us to re-evaluate our territory, get better access to stuff. Talax. Planet 74601. And this one is planet PH. PH1. Good. They are assimilated. Okay. Good. They tried to just bomb me from orbit just now, but I got better things to do. Kazon Prime. I'm going to need to send 3 combat spheres towards Talax, because this ship is causing problems. Okay. Cool. Bunch more alien species that we can research and potentially assimilate at some point. But yeah, I'm really surprised about the Federation being so small. Meanwhile, the Romulans are everywhere. Let's give you an industrial expertise. I think that will be a good choice. Aceton assimilator. Yeah, sure, why not? Sublight speed plus 5% is always nice. Cool. And we can get a new leader on board. Oh god, I didn't have a leader on this fleet. 1 of 13 it is. The only reason I'm doing this, by the way, is to get all my bros off of the planet. There's a lot of drones, actually, straight off the bat. Surprisingly. Okay, so let's go and assimilate Kazon Prime. I'm not entirely sure why the fleet is just constantly engaging stuff they shouldn't be. We can send this offensive asset to this one as well, actually. What is this? The 3rd Marauder fleet, 3.5k. On paper, my fleet should be able to take care of that. The problem is there's a bunch more of them than there are of mine. Oh, okay. And they're sending in their assault squads as well, so... Great. As soon as we got Kazon Prime under control, we'll reevaluate. Yeah, shouldn't be too much. Oh, look at all this small... Ooh, that is Krenim. The Krenim are here. We may need to disengage. Yeah, we will disengage from this fight. And we'll send the fleet over towards Talax. Okay. Ooh, that's bad. Clone defense armies. Interesting. We may lose this planet. Yeah, I was afraid of that. And then how many armies did we lose? Did we lose all of them? Oh, good lord. What happened there? Okay, that's fascinating. I'm not entirely sure how that happened. Okay, let's merge the offensive assets. Yeah, there's a couple of Kazon ships in orbit. Also, this planet's been purged. Completely. Fascinating. Yeah, we're gonna need to take care of these Kazon. It's actually Talaxian and Krenim mixed fleet. Not that they're gonna last very long. It's more of a case of it's a little bit annoying. Like, I give them props for trying, sure, but there's a giant wall of sphere coming in your general direction. There's just not much you can do. Look at that. Boom, 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 and you're gone. Any of the cruisers? No. This looks like we're gonna maybe lose a sphere, but overall, there's so many craft in my fleet. I just don't see me losing anything of any importance. And this is just an assault sphere. Oh, is it combat sphere? But yeah, Talaxians are losing ships quite rapidly here. Look at this. He's being blown up. Yeah, it looks like we're going to lose this sphere. Not the end of the world. We can replace that relatively quickly. As the EVE Online player in me says, don't you worry, that Titan's already been replaced. Let's speed things up a little bit. Sector Data Archive. Interesting. How long does it take? 50 months. It's a bit long. I do want it, though. Empire Unique. Yeah. Wait, is Sphere still not dead? What's going on with this diamond? Yeah, still not being hit by anything. Cool. Fleet has been downed. And we're just taking down its small infrastructure-based stuff, so... Yeah. This is... For a second there, I thought it's just Krenim space as well, yeah. Okay. How many ships did I lose there? One sphere. Yeah, I thought as much. But the leader did upgrade, so that's nice. It also means that we can now send them after any sort of other fleets that are still floating about, like this attack fleet over here. If we are building more drones, we have a couple on standby. And just getting more drones, assault drones is not really an issue, really. We can do that relatively quick. What do you want? Okay, yeah. Yeah, the Kazon basically bailed out. But everybody else lost pretty much everything. Yeah. Also, yeah, I should probably add some additional ships. Like, another upgraded combat sphere, I guess. So a good use of my minerals, let's put it that way. Where's Unicomplex 02? Okay, how's things going over here? Have they done anything? Yeah, I've done a couple of upgrades, nothing special. Yeah, they got some food problems, but overall. Or nutrient paste, whatever you want to call it. So this fleet has been sterilized. Okay, so 02, we're going to add Kazon Prime to that. Okay, do we have additional resources we want to start using? Yes, we do. We also need to start developing our other stuff a little bit. Like the Fendomar states and all that stuff is fine. It's just, you know, this entire area is completely sterile. Whereas this is just completely filled with empires all the way down the arm, and not even like the south and the southern area is completely full. Your misguided government is an embarrassment to your proud race. Who the hell are you? The Golden Concordat. I think something went wrong with the script because the Tellarites are supposed to join the United Federation, I think. But right now they're in the Golden Concordat, but they're also a Federation founder at the same time. So I'm not entirely sure what happened there. So, yeah, they can grow over time. It's still early in the game. They got a couple hundred years to mess around with, so to speak. Okay, so let's get our drones into orbit. Let's get a leader on there. Yeah, that's good. And then time to get into Kazon Prime. And then we can expand Grid 02. So, easy peasy. Transport ships are all down. We're just bombing their planet right now, so. Alright, cubes. No, aceton accelerator. Reinforced cutting beam 3, though. 45 months. Actually really nice. Getting another cutting beam will improve my ability to do pretty much anything by quite some margin. And then as soon as I've got Transwarp Drive 3, I will be able to get across this gap as well. Oh, cool. My troops are moving in. Excellent. Ooh, upgraded planetary buildings. Oh boy. Yeah, I'll have me some of that. Excuse me. I do need to sneeze. My apologies for that. Okay. Industrial fabricator. And the power hub, it's so bad. Okay, sublight speed is always nice. The radium buckyball sheeting. Next stage, plasma torpedo. I like where that is going. Okay, and we will set sector 0. Actually, that's a good point. We should do a little bit of stuff with grid 001. You're going to be focusing mostly on research, and you're allowed to redevelop. Some generally not considered to be the safest thing to do. Oh, wow. Look at all those slaves. Interesting. That's a lot of Kazon. You guys on your final approach? Yes, they are. Yeah, the Kazon have pretty much nothing. Neither do the Krenim. Yeah, they are pathetic. Alright, and the entire club is here. Sweet. Yes. Yes. Meanwhile, my fleet's been bombing Kazon Prime into oblivion for a little while now. And for a little while, I do mean like years. I think this should be the trigger that wins the war, actually. Which is a bit of a shame, but whatever. At least we'll be able to grab a bunch of additional territory. What's the goal anyway? So, 0-2. Just removing these two from there. And basically, you guys. Yes. Don't really care about you guys. Okay. Ah, cool. Ooh. Yeah, that was close, apparently. Did manage to take the population. It's going to flip towards our species very soon. And there it is. Okay. Planet. Good lord. 31. Based on section 31. Look at all these pops migrating. Migrating the Unicomplex 02 hub. Okay, interesting. Why would you be migrating there? They're not even running away. It's because they're already being assimilated? This one's definitely assimilated. Okay, decent living standards. Assimilated. Blah blah. Okay, yeah. But we're now finally over our cap. And we can finally have some more stuff. Robotic armies. Power Hub and Power Hub 2 now increases resources. Good. And this also means that a grid 02 can finally be a little bit bigger. Good. Excellent. Okay, and let's move the fleet away from the Death Star. There we go. So here is the problem with playing the Borg. It is not particularly... how should I say? Mentally stimulating. Like, as soon as you get past the initial push, it is relatively easy. Obviously, there is some galactic events and stuff like that that can seriously mess with you, but yeah, what's this? Tellarite technocracy are protecting the Dremen planets. Okay. They're all the way over here now as well. I don't understand why the feds are not expanding. Because the feds should be expanding quite significantly. Unless the feds are currently integrating the Tellarite technocracy slowly but steadily into the Federation. So, what do we got here? Yeah, just some minor garbage. We start commence landing operations. Their drop ships are not going to last very long. Let's put it that way. LV does not have enough station parts. No. But we can have up to 4 now. You do not have enough station parts either. Neither does 30. Oh, 31 is building one, but yeah. This one needs station parts. 419. And considering we have the resources, we may as well. 008. That should be 006, by the way. Yeah, almost out of resources on this one. 420. There we go. But I'm kind of worried at the moment in terms of these sectors and these resources being all over the place. Also, this Talaxian commonality world should not be there anymore. We will take care of that immediately. That's a simple fix. Okay, hostile planet has been secured. That's exactly what I want to hear. Okay. Oh, look at all these silly Kazon that are about to be assimilated. There's so many food resources as well that I never are going to use. Alright, what we got? Sector Data Archive. Growth speed plus 10. Yes, please. Also, we're going to need to add a new building. Where is it? I thought it was in here. Yeah. Oh, it's this one. But we need the Station Hub 3 to do that. Alright, fair enough. I was going to do something really smart, but I can't remember what it was. We'll have reinforced cutting beams anyway, as well as new plasma torpedoes. Torpedoes, even. Oh yeah, we're gonna 006, because that was the correct name of James Bond's enemy in the movie GoldenEye. Let's get you boys and girls into the same squad. Okay. Yeah, I hope that once we get to the Alpha Quadrant, it's going to be a bit more of a challenge. Obviously, we're still like 100 years away from Galaxy class and stuff like that, but still, having some cubes would be nice at some point. Yeah, as soon as we have reinforced cutting beam, we will probably end this here episode. Landing the armies. Still not entirely. There's probably like a silly outpost out here somewhere. Yeah. If we completely destroy a species, I think we get a large chunk of research as well. Our energy is a little bit on the low side right now. That's kind of worrying. Our fleet cap is fine though. How much fleet power we got anyway? It's 26k. That is ridiculous. Can I add another area to the Unicomplex? No, it's pretty much maxed out. That is a shame. Also, does the other Unicomplex, did it remove the star? Yeah, it did remove the star. Interesting. Yeah, cool. That means that we can now take a look at these planets. What did we get? Reinforced cutting beam. Improved physics research by 5% would be nice. So let's go and do that. And let's upgrade all of our designs. So that is going to be reinforced cutting beam 3. And I'm going to slap a magnetic charge. Yes. How much damage is it? 270. This one does a lot more though. Yeah, that's not even a debate. Cool. The assaults designs. Okay. If I put a gravimetric charge. Okay, so gravimetric charge. Minus 75 shield damage. Damage 80 up to 650. And this one is... Okay, so this one is arguably better. Okay, fair enough. Transwarp Conduit 3. Yes. So that increases warp speed. Okay. Minesweeper we don't really need. Right now, Nanite Projector. Yeah, that's fine. So the Assault Sphere is all updated. We'll do the same thing for the Combat Sphere. So, improved weapon designs. No gravimetric torpedoes needed here. So, that's all taken care of. That's the memory foam. The diamond. Yes. So that's improved stuff. So, okay. So the diamonds all have all the good shit. Same thing with the survey and the construction ships. So they will be able to get further more efficiently. Okay, that's good. Quickly taking my designs here. Can I build anything interesting? Minefield, dry dock. If I upgrade the fleet now, how much does that cost? 1,700. Ah, screw it. We're gonna go and send back the fleet to another system and get them upgraded and basically be ready for the next episode, because we're gonna leave that here for today. It's a 40-minute long episode here. It's getting kind of crazy, but thank you so much for watching, and until next time, you will be assimilated.